Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually doing a tag which was started, I believe, by Ember honeyraven, and it's the beautiful witch tag. So I'm just going to answer the questions, and sorry if I keep glancing down, I have just made some notes so I can sort of remember what I need to say. So the first question was, what's your favourite high-end makeup brand? And mine, I have to say, is MAC. MAC products are absolutely amazing. They've got the lasting power, the colours are more pigmented. They just, the foundation I've got is the, I think it's the Pro Longwear, and that is pretty good, to be fair. I have not had any issues with it. The colour that I've got is slightly dark, so it's a bit too dark for me when it comes to this time of year when my skin's quite pale anyway. But the actual product itself is absolutely awesome. I've never had an issue with it. It lasts well. It can, I have quite oily skin, so it's good with the oil level. I mean, I still get shine, but to be fair, I seem to get shine no matter what I use. I always end up having to touch up or use like the little blotting pads. And then which kind of brings me on to the favourite drugstore product at the moment. My favourite drugstore is Rimmel. I like at the moment I'm testing out the Wake Me Up foundation. I've had the Wake Me Up concealer for about a month or two now, and I really like that. It's fantastic. It's got good coverage. It's brightening. It makes my, well, kind of disappear bags under my eyes. But it's pretty good. So I thought, well, I'll give the foundation a go, because like I say, because it's winter, I tend to go really pale, especially on my face in the winter, and now my foundations are all too dark, so I had to test that out, so I'll let you guys know. So the second question, or third question, is one makeup product that you couldn't live without. I think for me this would be a good face wash. Because, to be fair, realistically, I could probably live without any makeup. Makeup for most of us is just something to help us feel good, isn't it? And it certainly does the trick. There's nothing, you feel so much more better about yourself when you've got your war paint on, ready to leave the house. And I do love makeup. I do like wearing it. And yeah, I do enjoy it, but I think realistically, if I had to pick out of any beauty product, it would be a good face wash, because my skin, like I say, is mega oily. So if I didn't have a face wash, I think my skin would definitely suffer. I use a load of different ones. I've used Neutrogena ones. I like the Neutrogena pink grapefruit, I think it is. That's a really good one. I like some of the clean and clear ones, though. I'm not entirely a lover of like the cream typed ones rather than a good soapy face wash. I want something really that will lather. So they're pretty good, and I definitely would want that as my one product, either that or mascara, one of the two. And then the next question was one beauty product that you've really hated or has been crap. Well, this is kind of a change thing for me, because years and years and years ago, when I was a lot younger, I used to wear the mousse foundation. I think that's a Maybelline mousse foundation. But as I've got older, it seems to just look shit on my skin. I bought it a couple of years ago thinking, oh yeah, I'll have another go with it after not having used it for quite a long time. And whether they changed the formula or whether my skin was different because it was a bit older, I don't know. But it sat disgusting on my skin. It looked like I had cake face, and it kept breaking up. It was like you could see it all like separating. It was just disgusting. And that was obviously a complete waste of money, and resulted in me having to go out and buy another one. So yeah, that is probably my most hated product as of late, because generally I'm a bit of one of these people, unfortunately, doesn't change products very often when it comes to face products or beauty products. I like to switch around my shampoos and conditioners, and I also like to switch around my face washes so that my skin and my hair doesn't get used to the same one. But when it comes to sort of makeup, I tend to stick to the same brands because I know that they're good. So that was a little bit of a disappointment, but kind of, I guess, my own fault for sort of trying to go back to something that I hadn't used for such a long time. Biggest beauty pet peeve. Yeah, do you know, one thing that really pees me off is when you have the hair dye packets. So in your hair dye packets, a lot of them come with the sachets. So you colour your hair, that's all fine, and then you're meant to put a sachet on. Now, what really fucks me off is that it's usually like a stupid little sachet, so your hands are wet and you're trying to tear it open and it won't bloody open because your hands are sopping wet, so you end up biting it, it doesn't snap properly, or you end up with product in your mouth and it's just no good. You know, scrap the sachets, put them in a bottle and have done with it. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. And just before I answer the last question, I just think when it comes to sort of looking after your, or looking at your beauty routine, looking after your skin, wanting to look nice, I think the main things to think about are really your skincare routine. You know, don't go to bed with makeup on. That is like the worst thing ever. And we've all done it. Occasionally I will get in if I've been out on a night out, which is very rare because generally I'm a hermit. But on a very rare occasion, if I do go out, I always make sure I take off my makeup, because on the odd occasion that I do forget to take it off, or I come in so late or a bit, you know, a bit tipsy or whatever, and just sort of crash into bed, if I wake up in the morning, my skin feels dreadful. It's, you know, it just feels disgusting. So if you can, try and take your makeup off, even if it's with just a face wipe. You know, you can get some awesome face wipes out there. You can get some really cheap face wipes out there. There really is no reason to not take your makeup off at night. I think that's really important. And if you have dry skin, or even if you don't have dry skin, moisturising is very, very important. One thing I've sort of recently discovered is facial oil. I actually really like it. I was a bit dubious about it because I was thinking, oh my god, you know, oily skin, putting oil onto oily skin, that's not really going to work very well. But actually it does work very well, because some people who have oily skin, it's because their skin's actually dry. It's like your skin's sort of rebelling a little bit by trying to produce all this extra oil to sort of moisturise and hydrate your skin. It's because you're not moisturising enough, or your skin is too dry, so it's overcompensating by trying to produce extra oil. So if you're finding that you're really struggling with oily skin, one thing you can try doing is to try and moisturise more often. And like I say, I found the facial oil to be actually quite cool. It seemed to work really well for me. And ultimately you're asleep. It doesn't really matter if your skin's a bit oily when you're asleep, because it's sleep when your skin and everything regenerates. It's healing. It's good to just, you know, whack on whatever you need to in the night, wash your face, wash it all off in the morning, and start afresh anyway. And one other little tip, which I've just thought about while I'm thinking about it, is for your pores, if you've got large pores on your skin, you can actually make a face spray out of like peppermint tea bags. If you stew peppermint tea bags and put it in the fridge, you can use it as a cold face mist, and that actually helps to reduce your pores. So that's something you can try. And the last question was to name one beautiful witch. Now, I am going to name Ember Honeyraven back on this one because she is so inspiring to me. Recently, I've only really sort of within the last month or so become aware of her channel. And I just find her so inspiring. Energy is so happy. She's got a beautiful energy. Like, I can only imagine to sort of be in her company, it would radiate it throughout a room. But also the self-confidence and self-love that she has of herself is just so really refreshing. It's nice to hear someone who is happy with themselves, and also to inspire other people to feel happy about themselves, because like she says, everyone is beautiful. We're all beautiful in our own way. We've unfortunately in a world where people are very vain, very shallow, and also we've got sort of this misconception about what beauty actually is. And especially on a day like today, on Valentine's Day, I think it's just important to just spend that time to love yourself. And I think Ember Honeyraven is just absolutely beautiful for this. She is absolutely stunning anyway. She's on this fantastic journey with her weight loss, where she's doing absolutely incredible. And I just wanted to mention you because I think you're so inspiring, and obviously inspired me to this video in the first place. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys will do the video response to this. So tag all of you, any of you want to do it. It's the Beautiful Witch tag. And thanks for watching, and blessed be.